From WBAL TV 11, this is breaking news.
Good evening to you. I'm Andre Hepkin.
And we are
Captain Roy, thank you very much. Nasty accident there on the Beltway. All right, tonight, El Paso and Dayton, two cities hundreds of miles apart, are united in heartache. On Saturday, a gunman started shooting inside of a Walmart. And less than 24 hours later, another lone gunman sprayed bullets in a popular Dayton entertainment district. And this morning, President Trump said the nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy.
These sinister ideologies must.
It's just unbelievable. In all, more than 30 people were killed and even more lives were left scarred.
And Wendy Woolfolk is in El Paso tonight.
ABC News, El Paso.
And during a stop in Maryland, U.S. Senator Ben Cardin called these acts of violence a public health crisis. He says Congress needs to take action.
We can't just.
And these back-to-back mass shootings opened old wounds for many and left others afraid to leave their own homes.
11 is I-Team reporter Lisa Robinson joining us now in the studio with how people can cope after something like this.
Right now, R&B singer and producer R. Kelly is facing 2 new counts of prostitution and solicitation in Minnesota. Prosecutors say the underage girl was trying to get an autograph from Kelly back in 2001. And that's when police say Kelly gave her his phone number and invited her to his hotel. Prosecutors say he gave her $200 and had her take off her clothes and dance. The charges are felonies, and this comes as Kelly remains jailed in New York City after pleading not guilty to sexual abuse.
And also happening right now, steep drops on Wall Street.
We're learning more tonight about the death of a 4-year-old boy. He suffered severe burns in a tub, according to a court charging document. His mother and her partner both face charges, and the 2 women appeared in court for a video bail review hearing today. 11 News I-Team reporter Barry Sims is in the Southeast Baltimore courthouse. Barry. All right, they don't live in Baltimore City, and some don't even live in the state of Maryland, but that didn't stop them from coming out and picking up trash in West Baltimore today.
How a single tweet.
200 people were killed in the city of Baltimore so far this year, and in the wake of that grim milestone, Baltimore Police Commissioner Michael Harrison welcomed new police officer trainees at the city's police academy. Those 29 new recruits completed their first round of training today. Commissioner Harrison referred to them as the members of the new Baltimore Police Department. He called this a critical time for the department, and these recruits will be trained under the new federal consent decree guidelines, but at the core of their training will be community policing.
It is a changing culture of how we deal with things, and all of the curriculum is wrapped around community policing and being community focused, de-escalation. And while we will prepare them for worst case scenarios, we really want to train them to be really community minded and community focused on a community centric curriculum.
Commissioner Harrison noted the class's diversity. While all the 29 recruits at today's training were men, Harrison says the department hired a new female officer on Friday. In West Baltimore today, hundreds of volunteers are taking part in a massive cleanup. You know, the event inspired by the president's Twitter attack on Baltimore City and Congressman Elijah Cummings, and attended in large part by supporters of President Trump. 11 News lead political reporter Kate Amara is live in West Baltimore with this story. Hey, Kate.
That's right, Andre, but the organizers say this is not a political thing.
Scattered showers and storms. But right now, the weekend looks pretty good with sunny to partly cloudy skies on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, at least he saved the weekend for us, right?
Keep it that way.
Keep it that way, Tom, right. All right, they're resistant to antibiotics and can be deadly.
Yeah, but researchers are making progress, developing a cure for superbugs.
All right, 2 deadly mass shootings just 24 hours apart have lawmakers renewing the calls for gun reform. Why some think the proposal by President Trump won't make any headway on Capitol Hill, plus stabbed to death inside of his car, and police say it was a random crime. What they believe may have been the motivation.
All right, Inari Molina is now charged with murdering Brian Gifford.
And police are calling it a random crime. 11 News reporter Kim Dacey was in the courtroom for the bail review hearing, and she joins us live at the scene of the crime in Glen Burnie. Kim, what's going on?
Well, Andre, this is where the victim's car was parked when he...
Andre, Ashley, back to you.
And Stan, after those 2 deadly mass shootings, Americans are demanding some sort of action when it comes to gun violence.
And President Trump is too.
What?
He wants to build a flying car.
You know, I can't wait to see that.
I've been waiting for that for a whole long time.
I guess he was watching the Jetsons.
Yeah,
cartoon
exactly.
when he was a kid.
That's
All
what I'm
right.
talking about.
So back in the public eye for the first time since multiple men accused him of sexual assault in 2017, actor Kevin Spacey returned to the limelight. The actor recited the poem The Boxer during a poetry reading at an archaeological museum in Rome. It tells the story of a once prominent fighter lamenting the loss of his career. Last month, all charges were dropped against Spacey in a Nantucket, Massachusetts assault case. All right, there was a Christmas present that was never given, but one Nevada man is probably happy his mom forgot to give him this Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Here's why. Scott Amos found the sealed copy of Kid Icarus in the attic of his childhood home, so he put it up for auction. Because the classic game is so hard to find in a sealed condition, it was expected to fetch upwards of $10,000. And it came close, selling for $9,000.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. So what's Amos going to do with the money? He plans to split it with his sister so they can take their families to Disney World, of course.
Happiest place on earth.
Happiest place on earth.
It's a nice trade-off.
Right?
You know, Disney, video game,
It all kind of works, yeah. Right?
Disney every time.
Right, today, Great Britain announced it will join an American-led naval mission to protect merchant ships in the Strait of Hormuz. And this comes after Iran confirmed it seized another foreign oil tanker in the area last week. So British authorities say starting today, British and American Navy vessels will escort ships through the busy strait. The strait became a point of contention between Iran and the West after Iran seized a British oil tanker there last month. Iran has not revealed the nationalities of the ship nor the crew it seized last week.
One man in Florida is
In tonight's Consumer Alert, Amazon is responding to concerns about company employees listening to Alexa audio recordings. Today, the company announced users can now opt out of having their recordings reviewed by third parties. If that's you, you need to turn off the feature in the settings on your Alexa device, in the Alexa app, or on Amazon's website. Amazon says the recordings are used to help develop new Alexa features. Apple and Google have also suspended their human review programs.
Under Armour Performance Center, Pete Gilbert, WBAL, TV 11 Sports.
Thank you, Pete. And how about game day on Thursday? Looks like
Hot
it's going to be a
stuff.
great day for football.
Dry but hot.
But hot, okay.
A little too hot. I'm glad I'm not playing. That's for sure.
Not suited up.
You're suiting up in the, looks like 90-degree heat on Thursday.
Believe it or not, there are still a few weeks of summer vacation left and more opportunities for a getaway before the kids have to go back to school, which is good to hear because, as Chris Clackham reports, there's an advantage to doing vacation travel in August. Ooh, that beach looks really good, so take a summer vacation in August. All right, coming up tonight at 10 o'clock on MeTV Baltimore, the U.S. Department of Justice could be pushing for new laws in the wake of two back-to-back massacres, what they want to change about how the crimes are viewed in the eyes of the law. Plus, a prisoner tries to break out by dressing up as his daughter. The elaborate ruse that came up short. All that and much more tonight at 10 o'clock on MeTV Baltimore. That's it for us here at 5 o'clock. Now here's a look at what's coming up new at 6 o'clock with Stan and Ashley.